ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Let us start. Okay. Good morning, everybody. First of all, I welcome you all, dear students, to the Basaveshwara Medical College and Hospital. All of you know that the Basaveshwara Medical College is situated in Chitradurga, which is a historic city. It's about around 200 kilometers from Bangalore. Many of visited the city, but unfortunately, I could able to meet you personally because of the unforeseen circumstances. I congratulate you for getting a seat in Basaveshwara Medical College, which will you make an important impact in your life, being a MBBS graduate and being a doctor to be in the society. So let me give the brief history of Chitradurga. Chitradurga is a historic city. It's around 200 kilometers from Bangalore, which is having a lot of the historical events like a fort, a 7-walled fort, which is one of its kind. And other thing is the SJM Muruga Matta, which is a ancient a religious institution, which is having a historical background of its own, where it is giving its proper a care, advice, and the path for the society. So the same Muruga Matt is giving. He started the medical college in 2000 May. It's almost 20 years since our college has been started. Right now, it is many batches have passed out of this college, and right now, since past 2 years, we are running the postgraduate courses also. So, what I can assure you from my end is, you will have a wonderful learning experience of 5.5 years in our college, and I assure you, the best of the best, the medical teaching is going to happen in this 5.5 years. So let me introduce what is this foundation course is about. All this started in 2015, where the MCH thought the Vision 2015, where they formulated the guidelines to how the new curriculum should be. The new curriculum is going to enforce on CBME. That is what you mean by CBME is competence-based medical education. The competence-based medical education is not centered towards the knowledge. It is mainly towards the outcome-oriented. The outcome-oriented education means what you are supposed to do and what you wanted to do at the end of the medical education, at the end of 4.5 years. So in that part, what is the difference, sea change in making this curriculum is, it's a learner-centric and it is a patient-centric, and as well as it's a gender-sensitive and outcome-oriented and environmentally friendly. All these things have been included in the CBME. As a part of this course is being implemented from 2019. It is almost a year. We have started this foundation course in our college last year. We could be able to successfully complete this foundation course for 1 whole month, where we are introducing the many aspects of the learning to to the newly joined medical graduates. So what are the things which you are going to see? It's we wanted to acquaintance with the communication, the clinical skills, the attitudes, the ethical issues, the communication, the language, the communications. All these things are addressed by a learned faculty over a period of 1 month. Actually, the foundation course is about 175 hours, which is spread over a period of 8 hours per day, including the sports and other extracurricular activities. So it mainly emphasizes on the overall development and introduction to the course as a whole. So this is a brief outline of the foundation course, where the course is for now, because of this unforeseen situation, we are reduced it to 100 hours. It is almost a 6 hours a day, and it is mainly online. So this is a new learning experience of learning through online, but certain things which we will be dealing with you once you come here, and we will be addressing that skills part and other sports and extracurricular part. Under the few parts which cannot be done online will be done or by physical contacts. So this is what is the thing which is going to happen over a period of 1 month. So we have planned our foundation course from 5th, that is today, till 27th, which will be of a 6 hours duration, and it will spread throughout this month. So I welcome you for all this foundation course. And what do you mean by this CBME and what you are supposed to do, why you are supposed to learn this foundation course? See, to make you a competent. What do you mean by a competent? A person who can perform certain roles or skills without supervision, so he can do and perform. So that is what we mean by the competency. So we are making you to competent so that in the society you can become a good communicator, and you can be a healer, you can be a good clinician rather than anything else, and health advocate. You can advocate the health policies also, or implementing the health policies also. You can be a good planner. How can you plan the health needs? And you can be a researcher. Researcher means you should involve in the research activities so that you can give back the benefit of the learning what you have done to the society. And you can be a scholar at the end of 4.5 years. So all these things you are going to be a important pivotal role in the society. So what you've been called as after 4.5 years? After 4.5 years, you've been called as an Indian medical graduate. The term is named as Indian medical graduate. What you are supposed to be as an Indian medical graduate is, you want to be a clinician, a good clinician with all clinical acumen, clinical skills, and other things which is required to need for the needs of the patient care. Second, you want to be a leader. Leader in the sense, always the aim of the MCI or now the NMC is to make me as a first contact physician in the community, where you are going to serve as a first contact physician, where you can have to coordinate with many of your colleagues, maybe a paraclinical worker or other workers which is related to health needs can be addressed, and you can lead them so that you can be a good leader also, and you can be a good communicator. See, the communicator is where how you are going to communicate with your patients, how you are going to communicate with your colleagues, how you are going to communicate with the other health personnel, how you are going to communicate with the people in the society, maybe the politician, maybe the other persons, where you are going to communicate also. And one more thing, I said this 4.5 years course, your course doesn't end with 4.5 years. You are a lifelong learner, means you should get updated with whatever the knowledge is supposed to have to be enhanced and enriched by regular acquisitions of new knowledge throughout your life. So that your learning doesn't end here. You should be a lifelong learner, and you should be a true professional. A professional who is bound by ethics, who is having certain values to uphold, who is not having any self-interest, and whose only care is towards the patient. So your main concern and care should be towards the patient, and accept nothing of your true certain importance of your own. So in this process, the Indian medical graduate is been pivoted or role has been clear cut told that these are the roles you are going to play. So in that part, the whole MBBS curriculum is been framed. The curriculum comprises of early clinical exposure. That means in the first year itself, you have been exposed to the clinical subjects. See, many of the subjects which are like primitive subjects, which will not have been contacted previously, but now they have started the early clinical exposure, where you will be exposed to the scientific relevance of the basic subjects like biochemistry, physiology and anatomy, which you are going to implement or which you are going to take part in your clinical acumen. So then is the next is the electives, where you have been exposed to many of the subjects which you have not been exposed, so that you can give an insight. So what you are going to be as a doctor. Suppose I wanted to be a doctor as a cardiologist, you have taken interest, so the electives has been placed to make sure that what is your interest will be. So that part is been addressed in the part of electives. Then next is ethical values. See, being a doctor, we should be very ethically, because it's a noble profession. All of you know that why you joined doctor, because of it's a nobility. So that's the reason your concern and care, you wanted to serve the community, you wanted to take care of the patients. So that is the way. So we should all bound by ethical values. All these ethical values will be addressed. So that has been addressed in this part. So then response to the needs of the patient. We are going to address what is the need of the patient and what is to be done. And all that, then the fourth one is acquisition of clinical skills. All these things will be dealt. So I, being Dr. Prashant, a part of a faculty, I am a professor in medicine who been doing teaching since 20 years and being the dean now, been welcome you for happy learning, and I will definitely be of any sort of help or any sort of guidance. I am here as a part of a faculty of a medicine, as a dean. I am going to assure you that you are going to have the best of the best learning in our college, and I welcome you all for the part of this foundation course, and happy learning. Thank you. PPT ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ PPT ಇದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ತೊಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ತೊಳ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಳೆ.
All the responses you have got, call Amruta and find out. Yes, edit response kortini. One second, I'll tell you. Good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. Ganashri CP, Professor of Physiology, as well as Medical Education Unit Coordinator of BMCH, that is Basveshwara Medical College and Hospital, Chitradurga. I welcome you all today for the foundation course for the module 1, especially the orientation. So already our Dean, the Young and Dynamic Dean, Dr. Prashant G. Sir, has already told you overall regarding the physician's role on the impact on the society. Now, next session will be the continuation of it. Before that, I want to make two things very clear, especially the rules. Attendance is compulsory. Without this, we won't, in future, we won't entertain any sort of excuses once you come back, like my internet was not there, all that you cannot give the excuses, because from Rajiv Gandhi, as our college, that is Basveshwara Medical College, is affiliated to Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Bangalore. So that is the university we belong to. They have sent a notification regarding the conduct of online classes in our institute regarding the foundation course. So attendance, yesterday only we have got a notification from RGHS with the time and the number of students attended. The attendance sheet has to be sent. So please students, everybody make sure that you attend all the sessions and you have to give a genuine feedback which will be taken as a attendance. You just can't log in and roam around and again later you can just not just give whatever you want. So we will be keeping a track of your attendance as well. And this time the chairman for this foundation course is from our department, the professor and HOD of physiology, Dr. Kanya Kumari DH. She will be the chairman. So everything will be she'll be supervising as well, monitoring the everything. Later, any request or any sort of excuses won't be entertained. Is that clear? And also, we are doing a study regarding this foundation course as well. So we are given a pre-survey. I think at 10 o'clock it was we had given. So please fill that. Anyway, the responses will come to know how many of you have given, how many of you have not given. So don't take anything lightly or casually. Is that clear? So we will be knowing who has not submitted as well. Clear? I think Dr. Yogesh, who is technically, and Dr. Ramu and Chandan, the three faculty are in charge, and they will be giving a feedback regarding that. Yogesh, I think everybody has, how many of them have enrolled so far? Morning by 10 o'clock, it was 86 students had enrolled. Now, okay, so 100. Yes, so 100. Today now we have attendance of 100. Please maintain this till 29. Anyway, in the group, the timetable has been displayed as per the instructions from our dean. So, sir is very strict regarding this. Please later, you please don't come and request us to give attendance, because this all will be considered for your final exam. All right. Thank you one and all.